Good morning again, colleagues. It's great to see you a second time this morning. And also, just before we start, and we start celebrating the many successes that we have for the students, I'd just like to reiterate Mr. Bellamy's words this morning, and thank you to all the staff for your dedication, your hard work over the last 2 days with Ofsted. Now naturally, as this is being recorded, we can't sort of divulge any of this sort of the findings from that, but clearly your hard work has certainly paid off. So from a personal point of view as well, thank you for all the hard work that you've then been putting into the process. So, some student celebrations. We have an individual, Tyler at the moment, who's come up to visit today. Leadership opportunities at South Dartmoor are clearly going from strength to strength. These leadership opportunities that we're providing provide also the lifelong skills to develop individuals. And I think Mr. Dinny was going to be saying a few words, Tyler, but as he approaches at the moment. So Mr. Dinny, can you say a few words about Tyler, please?
Yeah, okay. There's a thing called the Devon Ability Games, which is aimed at SEN students and things like that. We were lucky to send two leaders. Tyler's here and Josh Kindred was the other one, and he's not able to be here today. Tom Hayne was contacted about what a fantastic job the leaders did, and Tyler and Josh were singled out for their superb leadership with a lot of students who are sometimes quite reluctant participants in sporting endeavours and things like that. And we particularly wanted them to come up to briefing and be rewarded with a donut and a round of applause for the fantastic job they did. And I know Tyler's not very well, so he's coming especially today for that. So can we say it fits in well with that. Friday the 29th of November there's a big event in Cambridge called the Cambridge Sports Personality Awards, and the category in that is for students with a learning or physical disability. And we nominated a number of students for that, and I'm delighted to say that one of them who's been shortlisted, and he's here today, and yesterday he got filmed by the technical crew from Cambridge District Council, because when he goes that evening there'll be a VT about him with a voiceover and so on, and he'll get to go up to the stage and receive an award. We don't know what that award will be yet, but he's definitely in the top 3, and I felt staff would like to say well done to Pete Veal.
Well done, Tyler and Pete. Great achievement. Also, we have two student visitors as well, in the form of Libby and Laura. And Libby and Laura, last weekend, they went up to Sheffield for the National Lifesaving Championships. Now, any of you have done any sort of lifesaving know how such a gruelling event lifesaving is. It doesn't just test their physical ability, but also their initiative, because I reflect back on when I did some life-saving training. One of the tests you had to do was dealing with a scenario, is that right? And I was placed and I was told by the examiner, and I was 18 years old, and I was asked to wait in the changing rooms. And the scenario I came out to was in the swimming pool. There were 20 people, 4 in the swimming pool lying down like this, and another 4 round the side not moving. Now my immediate response to that was, I don't know what on earth to do, so I walked back into the changing room. The examiner came back to me and said that was exactly the right decision to do. And I said, of course it is. Why? Because they're all suffering from chlorine poisoning. And obviously if you were dealing with any of the situations, you would have been a victim yourself as well. Now, I lucked out on that situation, and Libby and Laura certainly are not in that situation, because they had numerous tests as well that they had to do. I had a little look at the websites, and obviously you're competing for Buddy Tracy Lifesaving Club and competing and training with them, and so you've done a huge amount of work with that club. The events that I read about, you had to do an aquatic initiative test, which I assume is what I've been talking about, where you place first. Also a dry side test, where you place 5th. Line throws, again, I know how difficult they are when the lines tangle up, etc., when you're throwing them out. Place 3rd in that, and also the swimming and towing. And any of you have tried to tow an individual, did you have to do double tows or just single ones? Just single ones. Where you're towing another body, which is incredibly gruelling and hard work. And within that, I understand you place 7th as well. With all of those points combined, I'm pleased to say that we now have 2 national champions in our midst. We have been now crowned the Royal Lifesaving Junior Girls Great Britain and Ireland Lifesaving Champions. So a big can I ask Libby and Laura to come up then, please? Right? Congratulations. Side, and then we also have for the camera presentation. So congratulations. Is Esther with us at the moment? Right. Unfortunately she's not here because I've been given some absolutely amazing information that Esther has frequently attended school functions, etc. and performed for us with the harp. Her performance is absolutely astounding, and it was only a matter of time before she got some sort of national recognition. And also, this unbelievable achievement has been recognised by the National Youth Orchestra. Now, for an individual to then represent the National Youth Orchestra is an incredible achievement. The best musicians across the whole of the country to inspire other musicians and inspire performances or other performers. Also, they also perform at the BBC Proms, and I would urge you to go and have a look at the National Youth Orchestra website where you can see these unbelievable performances. So, although Esther isn't here, hopefully she will see this a little bit later on. I think a big round of applause for Esther and Richard. As part of the Ofsted and the inspectors coming around school, I had a lot of chance to speak to the inspectors, and one of the key things that they were often talking about is the commitment from the students and the hard work that the students do as part of a whole community. And also the fundraising. You think about the amount of fundraising that we have done as a college, and a certain individual who's been absolutely key in that fundraising, and that individual is Georgia. She was single-handedly coordinated the Macmillan Cancer Research fundraising, where we had the coffee mornings as well, and again it took a great deal of dedication from you to organise all those individuals, and we've had that recognition that in terms of the fundraising that's taken place, we have raised £1,085 as part of those coffee mornings, and that single-handedly goes down to your commitment that you've then carried out there, Georgia, so I think a big round of applause. And last but by no means least, we had recently a Young Ambassadors conference, and this was through the Youth Sport Trust. Mr. Dean has just given me this, and as a result of this, these ambassadors needed to show the demonstration, again, these leadership abilities that they're using to lead your generation, personal development, skills and qualities, and as a result, both Tilly and Rachel were awarded gold awards as part of the national conference. So I'd like to invite Tilly and Rachel to come up and Okay, thank you everybody. I'm sure we'll all sleep very well this weekend, but once again, thank you again for all your dedication and hard work. And as a result of all this that we are doing, we see that this is the outcome that we had from our students, and that's why we're in the job in the first place. So again, thank you very much.